This is a special edition of Finscale, a podcast created by Solène Niederkorn, shedding light on innovation in finance, banking, and insurance.
Special edition Money 2020 in collaboration with the Payment Association EU. As a media partner covering the Money 2020 event, I teamed up with the Payment Association EU to bring you a series of captivating interviews. Get ready to dive into the world of payments and discover remarkable companies across different separate episodes. Gain valuable insights into their operations, their collaboration with the ecosystem, and their expectation from events like Money 2020. Enjoy the show! Myles Stephenson, founder and CEO of Modulr. Hello, everyone. Hi, Myles.
Hi, great to meet you.
Yeah, so we are at Money 2020, and I'm thrilled to have the chance to connect with you and dive deeper into the realm of Modulr in this vibrant setting. For people who don't know Modulr, could you please make an elevator pitch of your company in 2 minutes?
Yeah, sure. So Modulr, we describe ourselves as an embedded payments platform. And by that, we're providing the capability for any software platform to integrate, embed payments into their workflows, into their processes, into their platforms, so they can become a payments provider without actually having to become a payments provider, because we're doing all of the hard work. And we do that by bringing together three key components: the technology platform. So we're largely API driven, so clients can easily integrate into their workflows into the platform. We're authorized and regulated in the UK, but also here in Amsterdam. So we have an office here and authorized and regulated by the Dutch Central Bank. And then the third sort of pillar or part of it is the membership of the payment networks and the payment schemes. So wherever possible, direct, so principal issuing members of Visa, MasterCard, direct access to the Bank of England, and also have access to the SEPA clearing as well. So we bring all of that together to enable people from lenders to banks to payroll providers to accounts payable, receivable platforms, travel booking platforms, loads of different examples of how people have integrated and embedded payments to enable them to provide that offer out to their clients.
Perfect. And why did you found the company?
It came from a long journey, a very long journey of working in payments back to the early 2000s and really experiencing frustrations of not being able to get access to the payment clearing ourselves. So in a previous business that I created back in 2008, we built the ability for travel providers to pay their suppliers, and it was a great service through cards, but actually integration into the payment networks was super difficult. Getting hold of bank accounts and the transaction banking services was super tough. And also, if we could get them, actually getting the technology access that we required to automate it and make a great user experience for our clients was really difficult. So after we'd sold that business and learned a bit more about the payments industry, felt that we could get back to solving that core problem. And despite that being several years on, that core problem still existed. Ironically, when we set up Modulr, the one thing that slowed us down a little bit was actually getting a bank account to be able to put the shareholder funds in initially. So the problem was sort of real and present in terms of not being able to get that access, the technology access. So that was the drive and the motivation, and still today the drive and the motivation to bring new ways of doing things, different ways of doing things, so that we can enable our clients to build the payment flows and the customer experiences that they really want, rather than the ones that they've been forced to have.
And what category of clients used your platform in the beginning? Because it didn't exist at that time.
We largely started in financial services. So we had a lot of lending clients, alternative new banking providers who were looking to build on top of us and build new services, and then have moved into acquirers and broader financial services, wallet propositions, and then started to step out of financial services into other sectors like accounting and payroll, where there's an obvious need to be able to improve the experience, the workflow, the control, and the security of integrating payments into those platforms, but also critically the new product opportunity and revenue opportunities. We see a lot of those platforms leaving the revenue opportunity, leaving the product opportunity to the banks, and that leaves a gap from a control process point of view for clients, but also it leaves a a product opportunity on the table and a revenue and income opportunity on the table as well.
Okay, thank you very much. I would be interested, because your offering really expanded over the years, but I would like to focus more on the latest products of your company. I was thinking of Instant SEPA, but maybe there are other offerings you want to discuss with us today. Which one would you like to describe?
Yeah, sure. So where we started, as you said, in the UK, we built out some initially payout services and focused on faster payments in the UK and the instant payment capability, bringing that to clients through APIs so they can embed that and integrate that into various platforms. We went on a significant journey in the UK building that out, so you can basically build a current account or alternative bank account on top of our platform, and you can either do that for particular services or you can do that across many, many different services, and we've got the full comprehensive set of services, so you can recreate that from whether it's the account, whether it's the instant notifications, instant payments, through to direct debits, through to issuing cards, virtual and physical. So we've done that to a lot of depth in the UK and had a huge amount of success, and there's lots of opportunity still in the UK. We've also stepped out of the UK here into Europe, so we've started to build a business in Amsterdam, and as I mentioned, we were authorised and regulated here and have passported those permissions through Europe, and are now starting to go deeper here as well, both from a payments capability with the SEPA services, instant SEPA, but also localising as well to make sure we're getting access to specifics like local IBAN issuance so that we can operate in a more custom way into the specific countries. So as an example there, we've also got those services here in the Netherlands because we're regulated here. We have a branch in Ireland, and we're just in the process of putting live a branch in France and Spain. And that's all very sort of, I guess, technical regulatory perspective. But what that enables us to do is be more localized and if you like, fine-tune our services to the local client base and bring what we've had in other countries into the European market. And that's what we're doing at the moment.
Okay, interesting. You mentioned the Netherlands, because I believe it's following Brexit that you had to get a new license in Europe. Why did you choose the Netherlands, and were you envisaging other countries, home countries for Europe presence?
We chose the Netherlands really because of the depth of expertise here from a payments perspective, and it's a great place in terms of being able to locate here and also then trade across Europe. And if you look through the history here, but very supportive of growing businesses in the payments industry. So that depth of knowledge, understanding, both at the regulator and at the central bank, but also the ecosystem here. There are lots of other businesses that are in the market, and therefore the talent and the capability here in the Netherlands and in Amsterdam is one of the reasons why we came here.
Thank you. Could you mention some key partners your company collaborates with?
Yeah,
I know
sure.
some of them. We can see on your booth some of the names.
Absolutely. So there are people in the financial services sector, such as Liberis, which is a cash advance provider. We've got people like WageStream, who are a salary advance provider. We've got people or companies within the FIS group, such as WorldPay, that are working with us for disbursements. Through to accounting and payroll platforms like Sage, where we deliver something called Sage Salary and Supplier Payments, through to travel booking providers like Paxport and Pax2Pay, who are integrating us into their platforms alongside travel booking for online travel agents.
Okay. And you raised quite a lot of money. I have in mind $108 million. It's correct, through different rounds. Could you make a sort of summary of your funding story, and who are the last investors you incorporate in your cap table?
Yeah, sure. So we raised the $108 million round was last year.
Yeah,
and
it was the last round.
The last round,
in total.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was wrong.
So a bit more in total. I think closer to about 160
okay.
in total. And the 108 was led by General Atlantic, very knowledgeable, and their breadth of experience in fintech and financial services is fantastic. So it was great to have them as part of the business and actively involved in the business. All of the other investors also followed in that round as well, so they've stayed with the business and continued to invest, and that includes the likes of PayPal Ventures and FIS Ventures, through to earlier rounds being led by Highland Europe, Frog Capital, and then the original investor when I set up the business was Blenheim Chalcott, which is a venture builder based in the UK, so focused on the earlier stage of businesses and actively supporting a little bit like a sort of incubator, helping businesses get started. So we've been on that journey with them since 2016, and also worked with them on my previous business, Corporate Pay, that we set up and exited.
Thank you very much, Myles. We don't have a lot of time left because I do short episodes during Money 2020. What are your objectives when you arrive there, and why do you participate in this event? Because it requires a lot of resources. It's quite expensive too, so yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a significant commitment to be here in terms of the logistics, the stand, preparing to speak, which we were speaking on Thursday, and also the time of people being here from the team. The key for me is it relates to the payments industry is an ecosystem. You can't do it independently. You have to work across, whether it's the regulators, our technology partners that we work with, partners that work with us, the payment networks, Visa, MasterCard, etc. There's all of that has to come together in a seamless way to operate a payments business. So the opportunity to meet all of those people and meet all of those people efficiently is one of the key reasons for being here. So I think today we probably got something like 12 or 15 meetings back to back, and tomorrow and Thursday as well.
So I'm lucky.
No, I'm not at all. We're super lucky to have the offer to be on the podcast. Thank you. So it's really efficient, and then obviously the opportunity to meet new partners and clients as well is the hard justification of spending the money to be here to support those existing clients and acquire new clients and partners as well.
Perfect. And last question I would like to ask: what is the way you work with the Payment Association in EU and the kind of possibilities that are offered by this association?
It really comes back to that point I just mentioned about the ecosystem. That the Payments Association is absolutely critical to that, and having those connections, getting to meet people through the Payments Association, really important. So, and also competitors as well. So just understanding what's happening in the market, shared stories, frustrations about how we can change and improve things. An ecosystem like the Payments Association brings all of that together, which is why we've always tried to identify organisations, trade associations like them. We're always learning new markets, whether it be geographic markets, but also industry verticals. And through those associations, that's how we've found a great way to learn and develop the business.
Thank you very much, Myles.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you all for listening and sharing this moment with us. Don't hesitate to contact me on Twitter or LinkedIn to share your comments and reactions. You can also rate this episode on your favorite podcast platform. See you soon.